This is the story of a girl named Cora. One day her son had disappeared somewhere. Then she meets a man who made her believe that she will get her son back, even if he does not exist in this world. Now, we are shown a house which was sealed by the police from all sides. A lady officer comes to that house who was looking at everything very carefully. Then we hear a call in the background which was of Cora, in which she was just saying that come quickly, help me. She was very scared. She says that there is someone in her house who is not letting her go out. When the police comes to that house, the house was in a strange atmosphere. The whole house was scattered. There were bloodstains. But there was no one's dead body there and no one was killed. There was a circle made of salt on the floor. The lady officer was checking all this in Cora's house. She was her sister. After investigating everything, she comes to the police station and comes to ask Cora because there was blood on her body too. First she doesn't say anything. But after asking a lot, she tells everything. She says that I was doing all this just to get my son back. Cora's sister says that you are in your senses. Don't you know? Your son was missing 7 years ago. And maybe he is not even alive now. Her sister asks her, whose blood is this, Cora? She still doesn't say anything. What happened to Cora after all? We are shown the story of her past. The time when her son was missing. Cora was an irresponsible mother. She used to do illegal things all the time. She used to live with a boy who was her friend. She used to do illegal things with him all the time. Her financial situation was not good either. So she was ready to do anything for money. One day the police comes to Cora's house. Cora and her friend were scared. They felt that the police had come to catch them. But they ask Cora, do you know where your son is? Cora says he must be in his room. But when they find out that he was not there. Now a team is ready to find Cora's son. One team is sent to the jungle, while the other was looking for him here and there. But after that Cora's son could not be found anywhere. He had only one shoe. A few years had passed since this incident. Cora was now a part of a group. All of them were such people who had lost their children. Cora tells their story to all of them. She says that after my son's disappearance, I quit illegal things. But my son will never come back from this. She started living at her mother's house. There she had also kept a room for her son. Because somewhere she felt that her son would definitely come back. Cora's sister, who had become a police officer, also tried to talk to Cora. But Cora was always angry and did not even talk to her sister properly. We found out about Cora's life. Now the scene shifts to the police station again. There her sister asks, Cora, whose blood is this? Tell me. Only then can I help you. Here Cora tells about a man named Abel. She says that Abel was a part of our group. One day he came to meet me in the cafe and we became friends. Abel had lost his daughter who died due to drowning in the pond. His body was found by the police a few days later. I thought that Abel would understand my situation because he had also lost someone. He told me that he had seen his daughter. Hearing this, Cora's sister says, how can anyone see dead people? Cora, are you still drunk? She says no. Cora continues her story again. She says that one day I was alone at home. Abel came to my house. He told me that he has a way by which he can bring back my daughter. I will be able to see her. I can touch her. Because he himself was successful in bringing back his dead daughter. I did not believe him. I threw him out of my house. Her sister asks, Cora, what did Abel want? She says that he had brought his daughter back to life. He had brought her back from the dark world. When Cora's sister asks him, how was that? He had fear on his face. Cora tells from the place where people go after death. Her sister, the police officer, starts laughing. She says, how can this be, Cora? I myself found his dead body. I have seen his daughter with my own eyes. Cora says no, you do not know. Go and check his data now. Abel's daughter now lives in another city. He has also changed the name of his daughter. His daughter is in this world. I had seen all this with my own eyes. When I was convinced, I went to meet Abel one day. I asked him, how did you do all this? Abel told me that a woman had told him all this. Ritual. About magic. What kind of magic is this that lasts for many days? And if a person becomes successful in this, then he can bring back his dead child. Just believe in it while doing it. He wanted me to become a part of his magic. My son's greed made me do all this. I had nothing to lose. That's why I was ready to support him. I thought, but you can try, right? Now when I agreed to do that magic, Abel told me to bring some stuff. Which had a lot of salt, candles and chains. He also told me that there will be no electricity, no telephone in the house. Which has no effect on magic. As soon as he told me, I did everything the same way. Abel also told me to bathe in special lemon water, due to which all his bad thoughts will end. I started making fun of this. Abel told me, this is not a joke. If you make fun of these things, then forget your son forever. Hearing this, I told him, I will believe in everything. I asked him, you have got your daughter, right? So why are you so sad? He was worried about this, and told me that now my daughter is with her mother. I said, are you making fun of me? You are not using me in anything. He says, no, I just have to complete the work. Then I will get my daughter. He made a circle of salt and tied me with a chain. He started reciting mantras. He had written every mantra. What he said, I repeated that. In the end, my courage answered. I told him, that's enough. Now open me. But Abel kept reciting mantras. He did not stop reciting mantras. Suddenly I started floating in the air. And suddenly I fell on the floor. I was also convinced that all this is possible. I can get my son back. Now the next part of magic was the invitation. We both recited mantras together. My house started shaking. The candles went out. And suddenly the sun also disappeared. I started feeling a little strange. I understood. We are trying to open the door of that world, which is a big danger for a living person. The next morning my friend came, who used to get drunk with me. When he saw me and Abel together at home, then he felt as if there is a relationship between us. He stole money from Abel's wallet. And he told me bitter things and left. Now our next step was grief. Abel told me that it is a little difficult. But I was also ready for this. We started this work. Doing all this, I went back to my old memories. The day my son disappeared. I saw my visions in my thoughts. That he came to me. At that time I was drunk. So I could not say anything to him. My son left the house in anger. I saw my visions in my thoughts. That a van driver is kidnapping him and taking him away. I tried to save him. But there was a black shadow behind me, which was a shadow of my grief and anger. That shadow took me to the place where the kidnapper kidnapped my son. When I saw my son in such a state, I started screaming. But then a scary demon came and put his hand on my face. He told me that if you want to get your son back, then you will have to control yourself. The scene shifts to the police station. Cora was telling this story to her sister officer. But it was very difficult for her to believe all this. She says, Cora, are you still drunk? She says, I am not lying. I saw all this through that ritual. That kidnapper did a lot of harm to my son. Now it is your responsibility to find my son. Cora's sister officer leaves from here. Now a lady officer came to her, who tells that yes, Cora is telling the truth. Abel's daughter is alive, who lives with her mother. Hearing this, Cora's sister was worried. Now the story goes back from here. The day Cora's ritual was the last day with Abel. Abel tells Cora that today we are going to make a deal. But he did not tell Cora what the deal was. He tells Cora that whatever happens, do not go out of the circle. And if anyone breaks the rules, everything will go wrong. Today Abel had to be tied with chains. After a while, it seems that as if some strange dark power has possessed Abel in his control. At that time, strange things started coming out of his mouth, in which bones, hair and blood were included. Seeing all this, Cora screams in fear. She had broken the circle, and comes out of fear. After a while, when she went inside the house again, Abel was lying on the ground. She suddenly attacked Cora. Also says that you have ruined everything. I had forbidden you, but suddenly a dark power had pulled Abel into the dark. Now that dark power comes to Cora, and tells him to complete this ritual. And also says that if he does not do this, then forget your son. Cora was still not able to understand here. What Abel had told him, he was not of anyone else, but he was going to make a deal with Cora. In the next part of the ritual with the demon, she brings a goat now. She had locked him in a room. When the ritual came to complete the magic, she came back to the room again. This time, reading the mantras, in her visions and thoughts, she had reached strange fields. There she meets Abel, who tells her to eat meat, and gives her to drink blood in a glass. Cora had to do all this. After which she will be able to meet her son. But it was very difficult for her to do all this. Abel gets very angry at her for these actions. He tells Cora here that actually that dark power needed a body for itself. It was your body. If this had happened, I would have been able to meet my daughter. My ritual would have been complete. But Cora, you ruined everything. Because Abel himself had died due to his dark magic. Cora comes back to her real world. Where a demon, that is, that dark power, which Abel wanted to give a body, is behind Cora. He says that if you don't give me a body, then your son will be in a lot of trouble, Cora. She wanted to get her son somehow. That's why she calls her friend and calls him home, with whom she used to do illegal things often. When he came to her house, Cora threw him in front of the demon. But the demon wanted Cora's body, not his friend's. He was now behind him. Cora, like a mad woman, saved her life. She was roaming around the house. And she calls the police to help her. I am in trouble. And this was the same scene that we had heard in the beginning. The story comes back to the present, where Cora's sister was saying to Cora that until the investigation of your case is done properly, you will have to stay in the police station. Cora explains to her sister that the demon is behind me. He will take my life in return for my son. But his sister felt that Cora was safe in the jail. And she is saying all this under the influence of illegal things. Cora finds out that her last time has come. The light starts to burn. There was a sound. The ritual was completed. The demon took Cora's soul with him. There, Cora's sister wants to search her house again, where she was hearing sounds from the cupboard. When she goes and sees, she finds Cora's son there, just like he disappeared 7 years ago. This means that Abel was true. Cora's son came back with his ritual magic. But Cora had to give up his life. Here this film ends.